Hey guys, Chef Joseph Manero with Taste This Television. Today we're going to get started on my version of a minestrone soup. Now this minestrone soup is just like your grandmother's. Now if you remember some home cooking, I'm talking about bone-fulfilling minestrone soup, then you're going to want to tune into this because we're using everything from just vegetables, and of course we got our cannellini beans that I like to, some people like to use red kidney beans, but I'm going to use the cannellini beans because I feel that the skin is a little thinner and it's easier to eat, you know, and chew down. Sometimes the red beans sort of have a tougher skin. I'm not looking for that, but we're going to add a bunch of things. Let's start chopping, and we'll get to the next step. First we're going to get started on the garlic. Now if you know anything about garlic, I always smash it first. This way, it just comes out really easy. See, it comes off the skin really fast. And we're going to do that again. I just can't see like the painstaking way of actually just like sitting there, like how my grandmother used to do it over there, and it'd be like, you know, oh my God, we get between your nails and stuff like that. But this is an easier way. You smash it. What we're going to do first is go down with the garlic. We're going to mince it, and then what we're going to do is saute it with a little bit of olive oil, and then we have this onion here that we're going to be using. We got a mixture. I'm going to show you what I got now. So let's mince the garlic. I mean, you could even throw some salt on this and kind of smash it down, but a dice is really going to do good. We're going to take this. We're going to put this off to the side, because we don't want to start sauteing that now and it turns brown. We're not looking for that. So, and then next we're going to take an onion. Now I have carrot, celery, and onions that I've done before. That was white onion. This is a red onion. So what we're going to do is peel this baby off. And we're going to dice this onion too, because the red onion really gives really nice flavor to it. So you have your white onion. I like a Vidalia onion personally. And then you have your red onion, which is going to give you some really nice body and flavor. Assuming you cook this long enough, you know, this is going to be really good. So we'll go in like that, and we'll just a dice. Don't want it too small, too big. Okay, get some other ones here, so they're all uniform. We're going to move that to the side as well, because the garlic and the onions could cook at the same time, folks, so it doesn't matter. Next we got some cabbage. Now since cabbage takes a long time to cook as well, I mean this could take hours to cook, we're going to shred this as well. And I like a thin shred. Now we get to the point like right here, and I stop myself because you can get a real bitter flavor at this point. It's not what I'm looking for with this soup. If we were doing corned beef and cabbage, that would be another story. So we're going to discard this or save it for corned beef and cabbage. We're going to take all of this, go right into the pot. Okay, so in the pan, we got some nice olive oil. Since both of these have, or all of these have the same saute time, we're going to throw both the garlic, the red onion, and the cabbage. And we're going to saute that just a little bit to get it brown. And you don't want a ton of oil in there either. You know, it changes the whole consistency around. Now at the same time, we're going to also add the carrots, celery, and onions that I diced up before right into there as well. And this is the white onion that I did off camera. And I'm going to add a little bit more. Like I keep a bunch of meal pra in my house. Like I'm cooking so much. Either I'm doing this at the studio or my house. And there's just like, even the chefs that work for me, know they have to have the meal pra ready. Because you start everything with carrots, celery, and onions. I just took it to another level now with red onion and garlic and stuff like that. So let's get some brown consistency on here and then go to the next step. Now we're not looking for a super brown on this, but you know, we are at the saute level. You can see things are starting to get brown here. Okay, we're gonna add the next phase of this ingredients in here. Okay, we're going to add 1 cup of fresh peas. I've got some zucchini here and a grater. And what we're going to do is grate the zucchini because I like that kind of consistency. We got everything else is kind of chopped and cubed. So what we're going to do is grate it. You see how that kind of changes things around a bit? I kind of like how it marries well with the dish. Next, I'm going to add a quart of vegetable stock. I'm going to add a cup of red wine. Today I'm using Pindar 2015 Merlot. Half a cup of tomato puree. And I also love the rustic feel, look, and texture of whole tomatoes, so I'm just going to crush these with my hand and leave them right in there like so. We're going to take a can of beans, 2 tablespoons of dry oregano, and 2 tablespoons of salt right in there. As we mix this around, you can see it looks beautiful already, just needs to kind of do its thing for about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll check on it. Now we're going to be using something today to really sweeten the dish up, and that's creamed honey by Kid Brothers. Now this honey is probably the best honey in the world. It's 100% Canadian, it's raw, it's natural, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a quarter teaspoon of this honey in the actual the soup, and you do that right at the very beginning. There is a difference in texture and flavor, so put the honey in the very beginning and it sort of marries itself well with the soup. So let's add that honey in there. Creamed honey, beautiful looking, great texture. Now we're going to take a look at this soup a little bit. Honey's in there, it's looking good, got a nice tomato in there. And this will start to thicken, the beans will start to thicken. Sometimes I put a half a potato in there, like an Idaho potato that's got a lot of starch with it, but this is going to really be nice here. To take it to the next level. Hey guys, Chef Joe Ciminero. I got the most amazing that way minestrone soup cooking with a whole bunch of vegetables that you're just going to love. Don't hate on the vegetables because they're real healthy for you. Then it's going to be an amazing dish. Let me show you what I have in the pot. Okay, so in this pot here, we got a whole bunch of great things. We got some vegetable stock, but you can make your own vegetable stock just by actually putting everything in here. So we have some zucchini, some peas, some onions, carrots, beans. These are white cannellini beans. If you look closely, you can see that. And we also have some red onion in here. Okay, now the full description and the full recipe can be found on my YouTube channel at Taste This TV Show. Please log on to there and take a look at it because sometimes it's just way too many steps to fit in a minute TikTok video. Again, folks, like, subscribe, and comment on the... Okay. So now this is after about 25 minutes. Now, if you know anything about my show, you know when it comes to fresh herbs, I'd always rather cut them than to dice them. Number one, for freshness, and that's why I kind of do this towards the end. Also, I don't like this thick stem stuff in my food. Okay, sometimes it could be very bitter. It could make a great sauce, very bitter. It could change the whole flavor profile. I'm just going to do a few more here, and return it back to the fire. Return it back to the fire to finish. Okay, now the sauce is nice and thick. And what we're going to do is move it right into the plate. Beautiful. And again, I don't like my vegetables mushy, but this is definitely perfect. And my soups always have to have a little bit of Locatelli Romano cheese on top. And of course, we can't forget a little bit of first cold-pressed olive oil on there. A delicious soup that we are about to consume. Now it's time to taste. Beautiful. Wow. Again, we have the crispiness from the vegetables. I mean, they're not al dente, but they're not mush either. And we got the flavor of that wine. You know, we put that wine in there, and that flavor sort of stood with it, gave it a little bit of a robust flavor. The Locatelli Romano pairs perfect, not only with the wine, but everything connected with this minestrone soup. And of course, the beans give it like that extra flavor, starch. It really completes the palate. You know, you have those beans, those kind of waxy texture beans falling right across your tongue. And overall, it's just a really great soup, perfect for the wintertime, but I know many people that eat it in the summertime too. So take a look at this recipe, like, share, and comment, please. It gets me motivated to doing more cooking. And I hope you try this recipe. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it. Taste this.